check out that sexy intro and the new logo if you haven't seen it already. Anyways, what's up, gamer theorists? Long time no see, huh? Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. But no, Sonic did not kill my laptop, and yes, I'll be making more creepypastas and theories. But you know, with school and tests and the good old procrastination bug, there's bound to be a hitch somewhere, right? Also, on a quicker note, thanks for the 100 plus subs. Anyways, as per the gamer theory style, I go after some lesser known creepypastas so that they can get their dues. Now, if you're familiar with PSAS, commonly known as PlayStation All-Stars, you've probably seen this guy recently. That's right, none other than the young pup on the mic, Parappa the Rapper. However, his popularity came to an abrupt stop, unlike his skateboard.
My skateboard never stops.
And now that he knows his time as the top dog is up, he's ready to make sure we never forget him. This is Parappa the Rapper, Forgetting. The author, and for time's sake we'll call him Landry, I'll explain later, reminds us all of how Parappa was one of his main video games when he was a kid, which makes him a 90s baby most likely. He tells how he would play the game time and time again, every day, so much so that his parents would get fed up with him. I guess repetition isn't always the best. They would always ask him the same questions. Why do you play that game constantly if all you get to do is participate in the same levels and songs over and over again? How is this game still amusing to you after all this time of repeating the same things endlessly? But you know, as a kid, that doesn't bother you when you like it a lot. However, like most kids, once they get older, the repetition means nothing and you eventually are no longer amused by it. Eventually, he started playing less and less until the PS1 and Parappa found themselves sitting in a box in the closet. Once Landry finished college, he went back to his parents' home to pick up some of his old things that he wanted to take to his new house, and the first thing he found just so happened to be his PS1. So he took it home and plugged it in. He looked through the games he had when that familiar case appeared. Good old Parappa the Rapper. So what'd he do? Slapped it in his machine and had a grand old time, right? Well, you're wrong! Obviously you're wrong because we didn't get to the creepy part. The title screen started as usual, but a few glitches and pauses started happening after he chose menu on the main screen. But of course, like all creepypasta authors, they believe it to be due to misuse or forgetting to clean the disk first. He went and loaded his old file titled Landry. He finished the level, but instead of being taken to the save screen, the game asked him if he wanted to try again, as if he failed or paused the game. He ignored it and just redid the level with no problem making it to the save screen. Though he didn't need to save because the game was already beaten, he did so anyway when he noticed Parappa looked a little different. Parappa's eyes opened wide and he looked towards the options while the game saved, almost like he was shocked to see the game being saved. This is where shit's probably gonna start hitting the fan. The second cutscene started up when Landry noticed something was wrong. Sunny was missing some of her pink petals. Landry says that he recalls Sunny had 5 petals on her head, but she only had 2 at the current time. What he also noticed was that she wasn't smiling, but instead frowning. He skipped the rest and went on to the next level. However, after playing through the level, it paused again and told him to try again. He restarted the stage, however, Parappa had a bit of appearance change. His eyes were completely black, but he was still bobbing his head and smiling like usual. And on top of that, the music was a half pitch lower. Red flag, do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not continue playing, you get the fuck out of there. If someone's in the way, you run that bitch over. Take note that Parappa doesn't blink, or if he does, it's very rare that he does, so having that stare at you the whole level, not the greatest thing. So Landry continued and finished the level with no problem. Parappa's eyes stayed the same, but he was now wearing a light blue collar. Only now is Landry starting to question some things, but still continues to play. The next cutscene started up, however Sunny, who usually is in every cutscene pretty much, was missing, but the others continued as if nothing was wrong. Parappa drove up and the cutscene continued as normal, but certain things began to be amiss. The daydream sequence between Parappa and Sunny, which would lead to the reason for the next level, didn't occur. But the crash of the car still happened, leading to the next stage regardless. When the level started, Parappa decided to go through another wardrobe change, gaining a rope attached to his collar, and now parts of his clothes were missing. However, nothing else went wrong, and Landry didn't even have to replay the level a second time. But instead of the instructor telling Parappa that his father would be proud of him, he gave him a concerned look and took Landry to the save screen. Now Landry knows something is going wrong, but isn't sure what, and probably out of sheer curiosity or sheer stupidity, continues, so he can find out. The next cutscene played, but no one but Parappa was there. Parappa was supposed to be interacting with Katie and PJ to decide what they were going to do for Sunny's birthday, but nobody was there. When the stage started up, Parappa's eyes were now oozing liquid, his teeth were screwed up, he was wearing Sunny's flower petals as a neck piece, and whatever clothing he had on were dirty. But even worse, Landry says, is that on Parappa's hat there are 3 patches, 1 blue, 1 yellow, and 1 brown. Oh no, what could those possibly mean? As he cleared the stage, whatever was dripping out of Parappa's eyes dripped onto his freshly baked cake. If that's the case, I'm almost glad Sunny's missing, because that sounds fucking disgusting. Anyway, then it was back to the save screen for good old Tom Landry Middle School. The next stage would have been the toilet stage, however it didn't start no matter what. Eventually the screen went black, usually meaning the game crashed or the game had turned off. However, the PS1 still had its lights on. Landry tapped the system and it made a few noises in retaliation. The screen faded into what looked like a cutscene. Parappa was sitting on the floor with the light shining on him from above with his back to the screen, plucking Sunny's petals off her head one by one. With each petal he picked off, the more pale Sunny became. Once Parappa finished plucking her petals, the screen faded out. The screen faded back in, and Parappa was facing Katie and PJ, who had blank looks. Parappa had a needle in his hand and began stitching something blue and brown to his hat. Parappa was turning psycho, and he was just about ready to turn that game off when... I missed you so much. Wait a minute, what the hell? Why did you stop playing? Holy good graciousness and all there is to stand for in the world. That's right, Parappa began to talk to Landry through the TV. Why'd you forget about my game? The screen flashed white a few times, then went to black again. I got so lonely without you, you know. Then supposedly humming came from the TV.
Everyone forgot about me. I didn't do it, I didn't kill him.
A likely story, Parappa, but since you're freaking out, I don't want to try and fight you on that. Just want to be remembered. Then the screen showed Parappa with the instructors lying around his feet. Do you remember me now? He asked with a crooked smile. You know, because of those fucked up teeth. Now that you're back, you remember me, right? Right? Then the screen faded out. Landry, scared out of his mind, had no idea what to do with himself. He figured Parappa didn't want him to forget him again, and I'm sure Landry won't ever, because he's probably in a psychiatric ward. Now that the creepypasta's over, we can go over the things that I find questionable about this story. Number 1. Landry recalls that Sunny has 5 petals on her head. However, Sunny, in fact, has 7 petals. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 petals. Only in later installments of anything related to Parappa the Rapper does she have 6 petals. Number 2. What I'm baffled on is the fact that the characters start disappearing and the game continues as if nothing happened. I highly doubt the game would delete a character, let alone 3 of them, and continue the game without them as if they were there. Even if a character's image file is gone, the audio file is usually separate from the rest of the character files, so I doubt that's happening. Also, I'm not too sure about the whole clothing change thing. What was that doing exactly? The collar? Oh, why? 'Cause he's a dog? Oh, I get it. You're pretty clever, huh? And the rope? A leash? Maybe? So, is Parappa a victim of his own loss of popularity? Is that what we're going with this? You know what? Sure, let's go with that. So I guess if you're gonna make someone remember you, you might as well scare the piss out of them, right? Maybe we'll be lucky and we won't get another Parappa game. I mean, I wanted one at one point, but I'm worried that it'll fail, the way most games that are continued fail. Look at the spectacle that is Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts. Ugh. So hey, if you like the vid, subscribe, like the vid, maybe favorite it, and share it. Be on the lookout for more creepypastas and actual gamer theories, and be on the lookout for my LP channel, Vixen Haze. It'll be around soon. What am I gonna do? The video's almost over. I don't have much to say, but I need an outro. Quick. Yeah, I know. I gotta believe! Well, that being said, I'm Auroric Haze, Parappa and I have some catching up to do, and I'll see you next time.